Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. The Sympathizer, 2024, Don McKellar and Park Chan-wook. This series follows a man known only by his rank of Captain. A member of the South Vietnam Secret Police, the Captain harbors the secret that he is in fact a spy for the North Vietnamese. Working closely with General Trong of the South, his mission takes him so far as to flee Vietnam during the fall of Saigon and move to the United States with the general. Pulled in many directions at once, our captain must find a way to complete his mission before his life falls apart. Oh boy, it's time to sound the alarm because Park Chan-wook is fucking back with another stone cold banger. This time it's a mini-series and I fucking love it. With Park at the helm of this series, directing a good number of the episodes himself, this series has his unique and inspired visual style. Due to the series revolving around a character telling a story, many of the transitions revolve around film reels, as if this character were writing a movie. In terms of cinematography, every scene has such a distinct way of being framed and presented. I recall a pretty neat spinning shot in one episode. Cap kills a shop owner in it, and there was really nice framing in that episode as well. At least in terms of the first half or 2/3 of the series, the directing is on par with anything else Park has done. The directing near the end is really good as well, but there is a slight quality disparity. But it's borderline negligible though. The score and soundtrack in this series is great. Embracing its time period, the score is this funky and cheesy affair that feels like an old spy movie. Sometimes there's jazzy bits, sometimes the strings get really bombastic. Regardless of the arrangement, the compositions keep the energy of the episodes up at any given time and provide a great atmosphere. The songs throughout the series also reflect the time period while also not insisting upon it. Since this series reflects a ton on Vietnamese culture, the series uses Vietnamese songs and the songs used all fit their scenes and had purpose to them. The production design in this series is top-notch for a TV show. The sets replicating Saigon are really well built or scouted, as are the sets recreating 70s California. In terms of makeup, we have to talk Robert Downey for a bit. This crew managed to make each role he was playing distinct and unique. While you could tell it was him, you could always tell it was a much different person from scene to scene. There are tons of great special effects in this series as well. The bombing sequence in the airfield looked intense for a production of this size. Solid stuff all around. Writing-wise, we see Park writing all of the series alongside various other writers, but the writing retains Park's trademark style. The dialogue is razor sharp in this series, and gives you so many nuggets to ponder throughout. Plus, at 7 episodes, the series does a great job of pacing out the story. Telling it in out-of-order fragments, Park knew when and where to cut back and forth between time periods and reveal new information. But Park's nuts and bolts writing is always on point, so let's move on. What exactly is this series about? This series to me speaks as a story of displaced communities. It speaks of a man caught between two worlds, both in body and mind. Being half French, Vietnam never felt welcome to him, but our captain called it his home. When he joins the North Vietnamese and does his duty spying for them, our captain ends up getting too deep into the role. He ends up moving to America, becoming part of a community that, while still mourning their homeland, is steadily acclimating to American life. The captain too begins acclimating, even finding love and stability. But that doesn't last because while he has gotten in too deep, his mission remains the same. With his cover blown in the States, the captain finds his way back to Vietnam when the general launches a delusional military campaign. Upon being imprisoned, our captain is thrust into a nation he doesn't recognize anymore. Fully drinking the commie Kool-Aid, Vietnam has become impoverished and corrupt, as even one of his lifelong friends has become a comrade to the cause. Even confessing everything he knows, our captain is still treated as an enemy of the state. Knowing he must leave, the captain and his other lifelong friend bust out of their prison camp and board a ship going God knows where. All the captain knows is that his mission is done, and he can try to put the carnage behind him. While Vietnam is always where he will be from, he can no longer call Vietnam home. In our lead role, Hua Juan Di, I believe that's how you say it, correct me if I'm wrong, plays our captain excellently. Watching this man work his way through the subtle traumas that being a spy entails was powerful. There were some brilliantly performed scenes by this man where he exuded things like guilt, national pride, and fear so eloquently. But what this series was sold on is what we have to talk about next, and that's Robert Downey Jr. and him taking on like 5 different characters. Not only is there a strong writing purpose as to why he is playing multiple roles, Robert Downey was simply just crushing it in all of them. Each one of these roles had such a distinct personality, and Robert Downey fully enveloped himself in each, whether it be a hard-nosed CIA agent or a kooky professor. He was captivating to watch throughout, and I can't recall if he got the Emmy for this performance. He probably didn't. Fuck it. He was fucking great regardless. With a wonderful supporting cast as well, Xuan Di and Downey Jr. have some amazing talent to play off of, and everyone is allowed to shine in this series. Based on a novel, I am definitely interested in reading The Sympathizer after watching this series. With Park's sharp direction and sharp pen on the script, what we have here is a creative and dense political thriller that will leave you thinking about some heavy topics. Led by fantastic performances by Hua Juan Di and Robert Downey Jr., this is one I definitely look forward to revisiting once I read the book. It's a banger series nonetheless, and anytime Park is allowed to work his magic, I'm fucking there for it. Highly recommended. And I am feeling a 9.5 out of 10 on this one. It might change. It might change after I read the book, but banger show regardless. Catch you later, guys.